Okay, so we have gotten our first official trailer for Primetime featuring Robert Pattinson as Chris Hansen, and this is one of my most anticipated movies of the year. And in today's video, we're going to be going through the trailer. I'm going to be unpacking my thoughts on all of it, and I also want to talk about Robert Pattinson's chances for a possible Best Actor win, or maybe at least a nomination for this film. And yeah, let's just fully dive into the trailer starting right now.
Come on in.
Are you sure your parents aren't home?
I'm sure.
Big night planned.
Who are you?
Why don't you have a seat right there? I'm Chris Hansen with Dateline NBC, and we're doing a story on adults who try to meet teens online. You see how this looks, right?
On the ground! Oh my god. Okay. So I'm going to save most of my thoughts until after the trailer is over, but I just have to pause it here to say Robert Pattinson's voice in this film is legitimately so on point. It is truly incredible. And he has a really the line delivery is really chilling. It's really really great. And yeah, let's keep on going with the trailer. I just wanted to say that.
I don't really like your show, but America loves it. So I need to move you to Catch a Predator, 9 p.m. prime time.
Gonna be bigger than Lost.
My name is Dan Plum.
Do you know what you're auditioning for?
So you are playing a 13-year-old?
Is there time for a rehearsal?
We're gonna shoot the rehearsal.
Come in.
They're gonna love this.
Predator has never earned the recognition it deserves. I want something that matters. No more bottom feeders. I want a whale.
Don't you ever just want to bleed them?
Maybe what I do is a little worse.
This could be our greatest segment yet.
We're going to him. We don't do that. They come to us.
I don't understand what I'm doing here.
What you're doing is more than acting.
You're cleansing the world of an ancient evil.
Let's catch us a predator. Who gave you permission to do this?
You have no plan.
I have to put him on television.
You're gonna be so proud of me.
I don't want to be a bad person. Your definition of bad and my definition of bad are vastly different. What would have happened if I wasn't here?
Okay, so I have seen this trailer well over a dozen times by now, and it's legitimately amazing. I cannot wait for this film. When I first watched the teaser back in May when that came out, I thought it looked great, and now we have the full trailer, and I am even more excited for this film. And something I am very curious about is to see how they are going to depict Chris Hansen, because I mean there's I feel like it's going to make for a really interesting character exploration, and even in the trailer we kind of see where they're going to go with how they're going to explore Chris Hansen in the film. But I'm just really excited to see where they go with that depiction and the nuanced exploration they go on unpacking him over the course of the film. I think that's going to be really great, really interesting. I think it's going to create a lot of discussion and maybe some discourse as well, just with, who he is, what he does, but more so, where I think the film is going to unpack why is he doing it? What is he truly after? What are his motivations? And, trying to achieve television history, be the biggest show on television. What is he willing to do to accomplish that? And what does that truly mean to him in the context of his show and everything else in the work that he is doing? I'm really excited to see how the film tackles all of those things. And I'm excited to see what the reaction to this movie is going to be. And you know what? Also, the visual style of this movie is really great. The cinematography and camera work is just really, really interesting. Even the overall just look of the film with the colors, the way they pop on screen, it all looks really great. I think there's going to be some interesting stylistic decisions in the film, especially with how those stylistic decisions correlate with the character exploration in the film. I think that's going to be really cool, and because we get to have a lot of the taste like those really interesting visuals. I even want to go back to a moment I thought was particularly interesting. Let's see if I can go back to it. I think it was about here.
Let's catch us a predator. Who gave you permission?
So yeah, even like something like that, right? Where you see those flashes
of an ancient evil.
Let's catch us a predator.
Here, like that. Like that's really interesting. Like this shot right here is cool. This isn't the moment I was talking about. I'll go back to like this right here. Like that. It's like that's so cool. That's so visually interesting. I'm excited to see what this what the meaning. I'm really excited to unpack these visuals, as I'm watching it and really think about them. I think it's gonna give us a lot to sit with in the film itself, but also visually. And I think it's just gonna have a really fascinating, really visceral visual language. Just doing different things with the color grading, the cinematography, the camera work, all that stuff. And specifically talking about Robert Pattinson's performance now, I think he's going to be really, really great in the film. I think he's going to bring a lot to the role. Just his voice. Let's start off with that. He has really great line deliveries, the tone of voice. It's all really on point, and it's honestly perfect. And just really, the line deliveries are all really chilling, and it looks really, really great. Like even this line we see later, where he's talking about what he does.
This could be our greatest segment yet.
Barbara!
We're going to him. We don't do that. They come to us.
I don't understand what I'm doing here.
What you're doing is more than acting.
You're cleansing the world of an ancient evil.
That's a really interesting line. And I'm really excited to see if I think the writing's gonna be really great, and if it's on that level where it's a line like that, it's where it's not just acting, you're cleansing the world of an ancient evil. That's really great. And Robert Pattinson, even in the trailer, we don't know the context behind why he's saying it, but just in the trailer, it's really chilling, and he really, really sells the line in the depth of it. And, I'm just really excited to see where this movie goes. And, we kind of get an idea of it in this trailer, but also even in the teaser, where at the end of the teaser, he says, you're about to be a part of television history. And, I feel like that's going to be, what Chris is really after in the film is making television history. And again, that's part of the exploration. What is he willing to do to accomplish that and all that stuff? I think it's going to be really, really interesting. And, there's so many interesting visuals throughout the trailer. And it looks really great. Okay, and I even want to talk about this right here because I think this is edited really well. I think the whole trailer is edited really well, and even the teaser, where it was the 4 different things, a security camera or whatever, and it's flashing between those, and then it zooms out, and it turns all the different screens into this Primetime. It's really cool. But this right here, I want to talk about. I'm gonna slow this down.
Happened.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Right here, where it goes between him and it goes between this right here. That's really interesting. I'm really curious to see what the visuals are what this means, why he's crying. But this really shows how great Robert Pattinson's performance is. Even just his physical performance too, just crying. You can really look into his eyes, and it displays, really conveys so much emotion, and it's really good stuff. And I want to talk about his chances of Best Actor, getting nominated for Best Actor, maybe even winning. And you know what? It had a late September release date. I feel like they could really shape up for a really good awards campaign that could possibly lead to a nomination. And honestly, Robert Pattinson has a nomination coming, okay? Where he has been in tons of great stuff, taking on tons of different roles, doing tons of different things with each role. And I think it's finally time to get him his award, to get him his golden trophy. And I think that makes sense. But I don't know where they're going to go with that. I feel like we don't really know until we see the reaction to the film. When we see, how it does at Venice, where the movie's premiering later this month, is premiering at the Venice Film Festival. Well, hold up. I don't know what the Venice Film Festival actually is. It's either this month or next month. Either way, the movie does come out on September 25th, at least in the States. But when is the Venice Film Festival? Okay. When is it? Okay, so it's from 20. It's from late August to early September. Okay. So I'm excited to see what the reaction is going to be out of there. I wonder if it's going to get into any more festivals, just to create buzz. And Robert Pattinson even said he's going to go out of his way to take a break from filming Batman Part 2 to go over to Venice to support the film. And, I think that shows a clear statement of confidence in the film and that he really, to show that he really cares. And also, I think if A24 does choose to promote and do that awards campaign for Rob, it could really pay off. But, it just depends on what they decide to do. And you know what? It's like so fun, where he's in so much good stuff this year. It's like, what do they even choose to campaign him on? Where here it'd be Best Actor, but he was also really great in the drama. Which I don't think he's going to get nominated for that because it's not a particularly flashy performance. Like, he's really great in that film. I loved the drama, but I don't know if his performance is outwardly, like, awards worthy, especially when you compare it to, like, Zendaya's performance in the film and stuff like that. But also, like, supporting actor, where you have him in, like, The Odyssey. He's getting a really, really great performance there. People have been going crazy over his performance and all that stuff. And, whatever he's going to bring to Dune 3. And, there's the whole other awards conversation when it comes to that movie. So tying in Rob into that conversation is something else entirely that we really don't have an idea of yet. That's just speculation. All this is just speculation, but nonetheless, so that's my bit of awards talk. This is the first time I've talked about the awards season this year for next year's awards season, and it is August. There we go. And okay, so I think the movie looks great. I'm very excited for it. I think visually it looks amazing. Whatever they are feeding these editors for these trailers and the teaser, just keep on going. And I think the cinematography, camera work, the overall look of the film is really great. The performances all look really strong. I'm excited to see where they go with the story and the character exploration of Chris Hansen and how they depict him in the film and all that stuff. And yeah, that basically covers my thoughts on this. I'm very excited for the film. Robert Pattinson is my all-time favorite actor. And yeah, also, yeah, man, I don't know. Whatever. That's about it. Goodbye. Subscribe.